Assalamu alaikum students. In this video, we will overview one of the units of the syllabus of geography for CAIE O Levels examination, code number 205/2. This video will serve as an aid to the students to solve all possible questions arising in their mind. Today's topic is agriculture in Pakistan. Agriculture is one of the oldest professions on earth. It is the way to provision of food, clothing and shelter, which is the basic necessities of life and is one of the man's fundamental needs. Agriculture is the primary industry which is related to the acquisition of the raw material from the ground. But in today's world, agriculture is also done through a very useful and modern technique called hydroponics. In this technology, vegetables, fruits and other stuff is grown purely in water with no support of land. As per the discussion, we resume to the conventional agriculture practiced in Pakistan. Agricultural system include input and output. There are two types of input, natural or physical, which include land, soil, climate and water, which are the basics of cultivation process. Human inputs are the capital, which may include money, machinery, fertilizer, agriculture, irrigational system and labor. Output and the yield or the product obtained at the end of the procedure. This could be any crop like wheat, rice, vegetables, or in case of livestock farming, it could be meat, milk, egg or hide. The agricultural system include the following processes: ploughing, sowing, irrigation, fertilizing, weeding, harvesting, etc. Agriculture in Pakistan are of three types. Number 1, small scale or subsistence farming. Number 2, large scale or cash crop farming. Number 3, livestock farming or pastoral farming. Small scale or subsistence farming is normally done by the poor farmers who have small land holdings and little raw material to meet their requirements. These farmers produce food for their families or people who work on these land holdings. Any surplus amount is sold. They cannot meet their ends through farming completely. That is why they supplement their income from the other sources. That is, they work as carpenters, cobblers, or go to the cities for petty jobs. Small-scale subsistence farmers totally depend on nature, that is rain, natural manure, draft animals, and wooden plows. This is because they cannot afford and they cannot rely upon the canal system, tube wells, chemical fertilizers, high yield variety seeds, and farm machineries. This is the reason the yield of the crops is low, and these poor farmers mostly become the victim of dry spells, flood, viruses, etc. in the crops. Cash crop farming or large-scale farming is done on the large scale and primarily it is done for selling. This type of farming can bring high yield and maximum profit. Therefore, most of the lands of Sindh, Punjab and KPK are utilized for growing wheat, cotton, rice and sugarcane, etc. As cash crop farming is done basically for profit, that is why high capital and modern farming techniques are used for this purpose. High yield of the crops mainly depend on the high expenditure. By using modern farm machineries like tractors, combine harvesters, harrows, seeders, and skilled laborers. After the harvest of the crops, the grain is stored in big warehouses before it is taken to the market. The distribution system start with the best transportation. Then the product goes hand to hand from wholesalers, commission agents, and retailers till it reaches the consumers. A commercial farmer selects the crop on the basis of demand, price, and government policies. For example, they will look forward to the subsidies given by the government on the various crops, which can decrease their cost and increase their profit. Wheat and cotton are the major crops which can earn the most foreign exchange. There are two cropping seasons in Pakistan, Rabi and Kharif. The Rabi crops are sown at the beginning of the winter, that is from October till November, and harvested in early summers, that is from April till May. These are Rabi crops, which include wheat, barley, grams, oilseed, and pulses. The crops that are grown in summer, that is from April to June, are harvested in early winters, that is October till November. These are known as Kharif crops. They are rice, sugarcane, millets, maize, and cotton. Major crops in Pakistan. Wheat is the staple food of the Pakistanis, which is used to prepare bread, roti, naan, and other bakery items. Punjab and Sindh are the main areas of growing wheat. Some of the areas of KPK are also used for growing wheat. Geographical requirements for growing wheat are temperature, rainfall, and soil. It needs mild to warm temperature for the growth of wheat till the harvest. Average rainfall is required, but a little rainfall just before harvest, which swells the grain, ensures better yield. As Pakistan is a water deficit area, so the farmers do not totally rely on the rain. They also depend on irrigation, for which extensive canal system of Pakistan is famous in the world. Tube wells can also contribute to water provision. Suitable soil for the cultivation of wheat is one which is rich in alluvium. Flat and well-drained land is required for the cultivation of wheat. Another crop is rice. Rice is an important crop used to earn the foreign exchange from its export. It is grown on large scale for commercial purposes in Punjab and Sindh. Rice seeds are initially sown into the beds or nurseries. When the plant is about 9 inches high, it is transplanted into the prepared and ploughed and weeded fields, which are flooded to a depth of 30 to 37 centimeters. The rice fields are kept full of water until the rice is ripe. The water is then drained off for harvesting to begin. Threshing of rice is done by draft animals or by mechanical threshers depending on the farm size. After threshing, rice is taken to the rice mills for polishing and packing. Rice husks are used for making cardboard or covering roofs of the houses after mixing it with mud and water. Rice is grown almost exclusively on irrigated lands. The very common quality of rice which is grown in Pakistan are Irri Pak and Basmati. Basmati is the high quality rice which has increased growing over the years. Rice also needs moderate temperature from 20 degrees to 30 degrees. Heavy rainfall is needed, at least 1270 millimeters, but over 2000 millimeters is ideal for rice growing. Irrigation bridges the rainfall gap. Land where the rice is grown should be flat and that which can be easily irrigated. Cheap and abundant labor, adequate machinery for sowing, transplanting and harvesting is needed. Cotton. Cotton is also known as the king of the fibers. It is used in the textile industry, which is used for making clothes, furnishing fabrics, bed linen and industrial fabrics. It is a kharif crop. Cotton cultivation has been restricted to Punjab and Sindh, but in 1998-1999, the Lasbela district of Balochistan has emerged as another cotton growing area. The vast and virgin lands of Balochistan have great potential for cotton cultivation. If irrigation facilities could be provided, there is a chance that it could give a great yield of cotton. 40,000 cotton bales were produced in Balochistan as an experiment which broke the monopoly of Sindh and Punjab regions. The varieties of cotton grown in Pakistan are Pak Upland Desi and Nayab 78. The great danger for the cotton crop are the viruses which are destroying the cotton crops. It is greatly affected by the rise in day and night temperatures and susceptible to leaf curl virus and fruit shedding. In 1999, the Agricultural Department of Punjab came up with cotton breeding program emphasizing medium to tall plants resistant to the leaf curl virus, which has been the major cotton disease over the past few years. Sugarcane. Sugarcane is an important crop from which sugar, brown sugar and jaggery or gur are made. The cultivation of sugarcane is very different from the other crops. Sugarcane stalks should be 30 centimeters high, are planted in April or May. A distance of 30 centimeters is kept between each stalk so that they don't get mixed up and mushed. The quality and the height of the sugarcane depends on the frequency of irrigation and the application of fertilizers and other minerals. If the land is well irrigated, the plant can rise up to the height of 6 to 7 feet high. And the crop can be ratooned and so harvested for 2 to 3 successive years. After the sugarcane is harvested, it sends up new shoots called ratoons, and these are left to grow so that they can be harvested the following year. Sugarcane is a very useful and beneficial crop used for making sugar, and these fields of sugarcane are near the sugar mills so that the transport cost is cut down. Manual labor is required in harvesting the sugarcane. After the cutting of the sugar canes, it is immediately transported to the sugar mills located near the sugarcane fields. And if this transportation is slightly delayed, the sugarcane reduces and starts losing weight. At the sugar mill, the cane is scrubbed with chalk to remove the smell and dirt. After extracting the juice by crushing the cane through heavy rollers, the juice is further processed to produce white sugar. In villages, jaggery, gur, and brown sugar are also prepared from the sugar juice. Bagasse and molasses are two major byproducts of sugar cane or sugar making, which is left over during the processing of the sugar cane. Bagasse is a fiber left over after the sugar cane is crushed. It is used to make paper, chipboard, and animal feed. And molasses is a raw material for the chemical industry. It is used as a fuel in sugar factories. Boilers are used to produce steam for the generation of power to run machinery in sugar mills. Molasses is the liquid left over after the crystallization of sugar. It is a valuable raw material for the production of citric acid, cattle feed, baker's yeast, synthetic rubbers, etc. Apart from wheat, cotton, rice, and sugarcane, there is a variety of other crops also grown in Pakistan, which include maize, pulses, millets, oilseeds, tobacco, fruits and vegetables, etc. Maize is a kharif crop. It is a food grain as well as a raw material for the edible oil production. It is grown in the northern Punjab areas of Sargodha, Jung and Faisalabad, and in the upper areas of KPK, that is Kohistan, Swat, Mardan, Swabi, etc. It is used in the manufacture of corn flour, custard, and other processed food. It is also used as fodder for animal and poultry. Pulses or lentils or dals are rich in protein and they are popular in the local diet. Pulses fix nitrogen in the soil, thereby helping to fertilize the crop that follows. Generally, pulses are considered as low-value crops, so the farmers pay little attention to them other than scattering seeds on the land. When the crops are harvested, very little care is taken because the cash returns are low and consequently inputs are minimal. Important pulses are moong, gram, mash, masoor, etc. Millets are also known as jawar and bajra in the local languages. Millets are grown in different parts of Pakistan, especially in some of the areas of Sindh and Punjab, that is Dadu, Ladkana, Ghotki, Sakhar, Rahim Yar Khan, Liya, Bakhar, Banno, Miawali, etc. They are the fodder for animals, poultry, and also used as the food crop. Millets are coarser cereal when ground into flour. Oil seeds. Oil seeds are also grown in Pakistan in different areas of Sindh and Punjab like Sanghar, Khairpur, Sakhar, Ghotki, Dadu, Bahawalnagar, Khanewal, Diai Khan, Attak and Rawalpindi. Oilseeds are of various varieties. In Pakistan, we grow sunflower, soya bean, mustard, that is sarson, rai, sesame, linseed, and castor seeds are used to extract edible oil. Linseed and castor seeds have industrial use also. However, the production of oil seeds is not sufficient to cater the needs of the growing population. Therefore, Pakistan is importing a big variety of the edible oil from Malaysia. Tobacco. Tobacco is grown mainly in KPK, which accounts for about 65% of the total production. And the major areas of growth of tobacco are Mardan, Peshawar, Gujranwala, Sialkot, etc. Tobacco can be grown in variety of climatic conditions, but its export varieties are grown on fertile soil with irrigation facilities. Livestock or pastoral farming. Livestock or animal farming is one of the oldest and popular occupation done in villages, grazing lands and mountains. The cattle, goats and sheep are set out to graze in the open area or pastures. There are three types of livestock farming: nomadic, transhumance and settled. Nomadic farming is mostly done in the vast spread desert areas of Punjab and Sindh, and in the arid and rough mountains of Balochistan. The nomads living in these inhospitable climates have huge herds of goat, sheep, and other animals which they move from place to place in search of food and water. Wherever any grazing ground or water is available for animals, these people settle down for weeks and months. Transhumance farming. Transhumance is a special type of farming done by the people living in high mountains. In winters, when the weather is very harsh and tough, the highland dwellers relocate between mountain pastures.